Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Our Oracle card for today belongs to the Mediumship Training Deck by John Holland and Lauren Rainbow. The card for today is entitled Thought Power. Thought power is our gift of telepathy, our gift of being able to read the minds of other people. Well, actually, it's our energy getting in touch with the energy of other people and somehow gaining information or transferring information between us and other people. We see it very strongly between the relationship of a mother and a child, where a mother by intuition would know when their children are in need of their assistance. Oftentimes, you would experience in your life when your mother would suddenly call you up from a distance at a time when you need the advice of the mother. Somehow, by intuition, they know that you need them, and then they would just suddenly call you up out of the blue. And somehow the wisdom that they would share with us will be the answer that we would need that we might need at that present moment. So in a certain sense, there's a certain bond between a child and a mother, and somehow there's the sharing of energies, telepathic connection between the mother and the child. Another one is when you are in touch with a person spiritually, like for example between soulmates or soul spirits, people you are very much in touch in a spiritual sense, wherein sometimes you immediately know already what the other person needs, even if that person has not yet expressed the need. Sometimes sometimes you suddenly think of that person, even when you haven't seen that person. Somehow you know already that the person is nearby, and then it gets to be confirmed a few seconds after. Then you realize, yes, the person was there. Sometimes you just look at the eye of the person and the person already knows what is in your mind, or you already know what is in the mind of the other person. As we deepen our intuitive gifts, sometimes you get to even sense the energy or the thoughts that are happening in the other person. Sometimes you just look at a stranger and somehow you know already the energy or somehow the general disposition that the person has, even when you haven't communicated with the person. Somehow you know already what is in the mind of the person. And somehow when this comes, wherein you somehow immediately have an idea already of what is in the mind or in the thoughts of the person, we start to feel a little bit uneasy, and we start to become aware of the need for confidentiality and also respecting the inner space of other people. But it truly happens sometimes that these things are like that. Even sometimes being able to feel the mind of the whole collective. For example, when you are amidst the crowd, somehow you sense already the main energy that is emanating in the whole crowd. You sometimes find yourself moving away from the crowd just before a certain disruption in the peace of, for example, there's a large gathering. Suddenly, sometimes by intuition, you find yourself moving away just before a certain commotion would happen. Sometimes it's the same also when you are driving and there is a long line of traffic, and you can sense immediately from a distance what is really actually happening way ahead of you. Or sometimes even when there is no traffic, somehow you find yourself slowing down, and before you know it, somewhere ahead of you, something happened. So in a certain sense, this is just part of that thought power. And now that you have encountered this card, maybe there is an invitation for us to give more attention to this thought power, especially when you are already aware that such a gift is already given to you. there's a need for us to constantly nurture this one, and at the same time also to give reverence to the gift that you have received, to always do it for the betterment of the collective and not for selfish gains. There's also a need for us to have to deal or use this gift with integrity, wherein we respect other people's space and we respect the privacy also of other people. So in a certain sense, these are the things that we can somehow reflect on with regards to telepathy or thought power. Now let us try to read at the back of the card so that we can gain more insights regarding thought power. The power of thought has literally no limitations. Parents and their children, husbands and wives, and longtime partners are known to finish each other's sentences or utter identical words at the same exact time. We laugh when this happens, putting it down to coincidence. But could it be something more? How can we explain when family members just know when something is wrong with one another? Why is it that people simply think of someone they have not seen in a long time only to run into them later that day? One cannot just put this down to luck or fate. It is actually what is known as telepathy, the ability to send and receive messages and information through the mind without the use of one's physical senses. Typically, most mediums communicate with the spirit world using telepathy, which is a form of mental mediumship. The energy of thought is a spiritual power, and this ability is fueled by the power of love. To strengthen your telepathic ability, you can ask a friend to help you with the following exercises. Have them choose a photo, a number, a color, or an image from another room or location. Then have them send you mentally what they chose. Just relax and be open and receptive. Give off exactly what you receive. It sounds simple, but the more you practice, the stronger your communication with the spirit world can become. So, this is one of those gifts that we received that deepens our intuitive capacity or our intuitive nature. Now, the invitation of the card is for us to nurture this gift, to use it. When we use it, we are able to make this gift. We are able to develop this gift. The more we use it, the stronger and the more sensitive this gift becomes. So that's it for now. I hope you were able to gain some insights and some knowledge from our oracle reading. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.